Hello viewers, I am Fazal Karim, Member of Parliament for Chaguanas East. I am pleased to introduce you to our Essential Skills series. And today what we'll be doing is a two-part video tutorial. The first of which will be container gardening. The second of which will be your grow box gardening. This we consider very important, especially in the circumstances of the pandemic and also the economic conditions which we face as persons, individuals, family and a country. This will help us to grow our own food, vegetables, fruit and produce. It is going to be done by an expert in this field, Mr. Ramdat, who has had many years of experience in the agriculture sector. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ramdat to show you the important aspects. How do you take seedlings and grow them in container? Your home gardening. In our next series, we will show you, Mr. Ramsabak, how to establish your own grow box within your home.
My name is Ramdat. I am a retired extension officer from the Ministry of Agriculture. So the object of this evening, two demonstrations, is to show people how you could use two simple systems of agricultural production to help yourself. The backyard gardener, the home gardener, the people at home don't watch too much TV. Come out and do something to help yourself, where you could produce some food. So the first system we're going to demonstrate is container gardening. Some people call it container planting. It's the same thing, planting in containers. You could use containers from this side, 1 gallon container. You could use containers, big 5 gallon containers. It depends on what kind of a crop you want to do. You use a container to suit. So the first demonstration we're going to do is the key thing is how you prepare the media. That is the mixture that you're going to fill inside the bucket. That is a critical thing in container gardening. The objective is to achieve an ideal soil. An ideal soil have correct pH, it's filled with nutrients, it has good texture, good structure, and it have good water holding capacity. The manure give the soil water holding capacity. The sharp sand makes the soil porous, good structure, good texture. The soil that you're using have a whole bunch of nutrients that is beneficial to the plant. In addition, we're going to use fertilizers and limestone. The limestone is to neutralize any acidity in the soil. So this container gardening, 5 components is going to be used. Easy to access, soil you could get anywhere, manure is sold all about the place, sharp sand is easy to go and get buy some stockpile and get some sharp sand. Limestone is easily available, and of course fertilizer. So these are the 5 ingredients we're going to use to prepare the mix to go in the container. Those are the crucial things. So we will start with Mr. Soil first. 1 bucket of soil. One bucket of sharp sand. Just like when you're cooking, you have to have the correct ingredients and in the right proportion. It's the same story here. We're making a mix. One bucket of manure. To get nice, well, watch out this manure with black. That's what you want. Well decomposed manure, not fresh manure at all. You want well decomposed manure. So we have 3 ingredients there. 1 bucket of soil, 1 bucket of sharp sand, and 1 bucket of manure. Equal proportions. What we're going to put now is the fertilizer. Now usually a handful of fertilizer is sufficient. If you're doing like half, you're making material for only one container. You use 1 handful of fertilizer. But this material here will do 2 buckets. So you're using 2 handful of fertilizer. That is 1, 2. You could use 12, 24, 12. That is 1 mixture. You could use 12, 12, 17, 2. The objective with the fertilizer is to add nutrients to your mixture. And the more complete fertilizer you use, the better. Right? There are plenty in the market outside there. Last ingredient. This is like Mr. Roach. Right. So just like the fertilizer, 1 handful of limestone, like this. 2. We put in 2. For this amount of material. 2 handfuls of limestone. So that's it. The job now is to mix up that thoroughly, and we're ready for action. Right. So once you mix up everything, all you need now is the containers. You get your containers, you could have a small one or a big one, but regardless of what your size of container, the holes at the bottom is the crucial thing. Make sure your containers, you could take a drill and make these holes, you could take a nail and drive the nail inside it, but you want a number of holes at the bottom. They say a whole bunch of small holes to drain more efficiently than one big hole. So you make some fine holes. So after you make that hole in the bucket, the first thing you're doing is you put in a layer of gravel. 1.5 inch layer of gravel at the bottom of the container. That going first. One inch to 1.5 inches. And the purpose of that gravel is for efficient drainage. If you take your mixture and just pull it inside your container just like this, the dirt will clog up the holes. So you want to have a buffer between your media and the ground below it. Right, so this is why the gravel go first, right? Okay folks, when you fill in your bucket now, do not fill it right up to the top. You leave about 1 inch from the top, you stop. And the purpose of that is when you put fertilizers and so later, and heavy rains fall, you don't want the fertilizer to come out the bucket. You want that to ride it, to feed the plant. So do not fill right up to the top. When you reach about 1 inch below the top now, you're in a position to plant. Have the water. Okie dokie. When you're planting a crop like this, sweet pepper, tomato, melange in a bucket, 5-gallon bucket. This is the correct size for it, right? You're planting the same depth this plant was in the container. Don't plant it till quite here. This plant accustomed at this level here is soil, plant it the same way. Make a little hole in the center. You can see here by you. You put your plant, pull the soil around it, and you foam. Once you plant, you share a little wet one time. That's it, well soaked in the container, going right down the road. What we also do at this stage is to give it a little booster. 20-20-20 means that has 20% nitrogen, 20% phosphorus, 20% potassium. This is a foliar fertilizer. You could dissolve it in water. What we look at as water salting, yeah, this is it. So we're going to use 1 tablespoon of this to a gallon of water. This is the formula. When you use this at this stage, at transplanting, what we do just do there is transplanting. We went and get this plant somewhere outside, some nursery. We just transplanted. So this is the right stage to give it a boost. So you're giving it nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium here. One time you're feeding this plant as you plant it. That's it, first one done. Next one. Same story again, you're using a smaller container for a short plant, like lettuce, pak choy, celery, them kind of thing. But you put the gravel at the bottom of the bucket first. Right, and try to plant in the center of the container, same story. You're planting up to the same height it was in the container that you had before. Pull the soil and you gently mold, and then you wet. Right, that's your container gardening. How you prepare, how you plant. Of course, wetting on a daily basis is crucial. We're in a time right now, the sun hot like fire, whole day, every day. The rain now starts to give you a little tickle, right? But the wetting is crucial when you have a plant. So this is the example and the demonstration on container gardening. I will just recap. We use soil, 1 bucket of soil, 1 bucket of manure, 1 bucket of sharp sand. We add to that 2 handfuls of limestone and 2 handfuls of fertilizer. So this is a nice, well-rounded compound fertilizer with nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium. We use a good fertilizer. We could have used the 12-24-12 too. You could use 12-24-12 because that is a good rooting salt. So you use a good fertilizer. We use limestone, mix everything together. Get the buckets, put holes at the bottom, then put a layer of gravel first, then we fill with media, then we plant. Very simple, and anybody could do it. This container planting, container gardening is the simplest form of agriculture and ideally suited for the backyard gardener, people with limited space, that kind of thing. And it's something you could do home to help yourself.